give it a pattern.
Right, and you'll see it's a whole bunch of squares in there.
When they made it, it was basically way ahead of like
architects
way
still.
ahead,
Yeah.
I'm just baffled as to how they even did it.
There's two important people that are buried in here. You got the first king of United Italy, whose name is Vittorio Emanuele, and then the more important is Raphael, the artist Raphael. He's buried in here.
Weird.
On Pentecost every year, what they do is they go up to the top of the roof and they drop rose petals in through the big hole.
Oh, the hole. Yeah.
So rain comes in there? It's still like open?
Yep, and there's a drainage system under the floor.
Okay.
Oh, the hole is way bigger than I thought it was.
Here we are inside the Pantheon. That'd be funny to come here when it was raining.
Yeah, that'd be weird. It would just rain right in here. Wow.
Here, I'll say something else here. These bronze doors are not the original. The original bronze doors were actually taken down by a pope by the name of Urban VIII and melted down to be used for the baldacchino, which is a freestanding bronze structure in St. Peter's Basilica. So it took them down from the ancient Roman period, melted them down to make the baldacchino. And so there was a little quip that said because Urban VIII's family name was Barberini. And so the quip was what the barbarians didn't do to Rome, the Barberini did do. Because the barbarians destroyed Rome, but they didn't get the bronze doors. Now over there is the tomb of Vittorio Emanuele. He's the first king of United Italy. And then Raphael's over there. That's where everybody goes. Nobody even pays attention to Vittorio Emanuele.
Yeah.
What's the time frame of that? Is that the
1870s?
That is?
Yep. I see this stuff knocked out for the
Rich. It's impossible to get a picture in here, by the way.
Well, no, it's really dark. Well, there's no lighting in here.
I'm trying not to move much, but
yeah.
Over the tomb of Raphael.
And the doors freak me out. Those are the two things that are freaking me out.
we're going over to Raphael's tomb quick. Susan?
Just her spirituality and her writings. Her feast days on April 29th. And so what they do on April 29th is that they actually open up these ropes and you can go back there and you can pray right at the tomb. Kneel right and touch the tomb. What's interesting is that here we have this great saint, St. Catherine of Siena, buried right behind her are two of the worst popes, two of the most notorious popes. As Clement VII, he was the pope that did not give the annulment to Henry VIII that caused the split of the Church of England. No, I mean he had I should call him one of the worst popes, but notorious popes for that. Across from him is Pope Innocent X, or Leo X. They're both Medicis. Leo X was one of the most corrupt popes, and he was the cause for Martin Luther. The main cause for Luther's split off. But they're both Medicis, which is that's like the main Renaissance name.
I just dropped the camera. Okay, it is really dark, but you can see what is that called? The column? I forgot what it was called. Columnade. It's like promenade with the word column in it.
Pope's awake. He's got his little lights on in his apartment.
Oh, I'm gonna go up there.
That would be a cool picture.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna take a picture of this tree.
Oh yeah, try
with
that.
St. Peter's in the background. It's really dark.
I should probably take my flash off to do that.
So there's
It might work well, actually, when we don't have a
basilica. Yeah, the flash isn't gonna do anything. And then if you scroll over here to the right, see those lights way up there? That's where the Pope's apartment is. And by golly, he's definitely up in his room, isn't he? That's awesome. Maybe he'll give us a surprise wave. My daughter said. And then this big thing in the middle is the nativity, and we'll get some video of that tomorrow.
what is the? This is Paul.
Yeah.
Paul the first or whatever. Yeah, Paul first.
This is our first Mass in the Vatican. At the altar of St. Petronella, who's supposed to be St. Peter's daughter.
Yeah, so just to the left of where I was, this is obviously Moses.
But what's cool is like the Ten Commandments are like sticking out.
Yeah, they're not on the wall, so it's more than a painting. That is pretty cool.
There's the papal coat of arms at the bottom of that one too, with the 5 stars.
Oh yeah.
So that.
This image is done by Bernini. Bernini again is one of the great artists. And inside the large chair, here what we have here on the bottom are these 4 statues. Are the 4 great patriarchs of the East and the West. So it's John Chrysostom, Ambrose, Augustine, and the other one's escaping me. But the chair is supposed to represent, of course, the chair of Peter. And inside that Bernini chair is actually a very ancient chair that is said to be an actual chair that Peter used himself. The window up above is alabaster stone, and the stone of the Holy Spirit. The wingspan of that dove is actually 6 feet. You wouldn't know that here. This altar is called the altar of the chair, and it's reserved for bigger masses. So when the guys of we have 2 seminaries for the Diocese of Duluth that were ordained deacon here in October. Them and their classmates were ordained right here. And just to give you another sense of the size and scope of things, on the base of the drum of the main dome, you can only see 2 of them here, but on the other 2 opposite sides are 4 cartouches, big round circles of the evangelists. And just to give you a sense of size and scope, on the left-hand side, in the big round circle is St. Mark. You see the lion there on his left-hand side. You see the quill pen that he's holding in his hand? That's 9 feet.
Holy cow.
Is that when Attila the Hun was going across Europe, first Asia and then Europe, he was conquering everything, raping and pillaging and taking all the cities and all the wealth of the cities, and he couldn't be stopped. And as Attila the Hun was approaching Rome, Leo the Great said, "We have no way of defending ourselves." And so Leo dressed up in all of his purple regalia, and he went out to the outskirts of the city, and he met Attila the Hun in person and convinced him not to sack Rome. And so what we have actually is the image above the altar. We have the Pope on the left-hand side and Attila the Hun on the right-hand side, seeing a vision up in the sky of Saints Peter and Paul guarding the city of Rome with swords. And so you see on the right-hand side Attila the Hun looking with fear, and then he turns around and he left. Later on, eventually, Attila the Hun came back and took Rome. But Leo the Great is attributed to that, going out without any type of defense or weapons to protect the city of Rome, but just in his papal regalia. Right here, this is the tomb of Alexander VII. Alexander VII was one of the main patrons of Bernini. He's the one that had the colonnade built into this story. He's the one that had Bernini do the colonnade. Alexander VII was completely consumed with his own mortality. And when he was left with Pope, he actually had a simple casket made and it simply has to be brought into his bedroom, and he's set 9 caskets, and he sits in his bedroom with this casket there doing some entire thing. So he commissioned Bernini to do this funerary monument, which is considered the most beautiful one in Rome, and they really focused on death because of his own fixation with his own mortality.
What are the masses?
Saint Simon and Saint Jude.
Saint Simon and Saint Jude are buried under the main altar.
That's where they believe.
What's that?
Like I'm moving.
Where?
We'll see here in a second.
I don't see anybody moving. Really? Oh, I see. Very subtly. Yeah. Wow. This would be cool in your front yard.
You think?
Yeah, the neighbors would be like, whoa.
There you go.
Nice nativity. It's pretty cool. What's that? Oh, yeah, that's clever. That's cool.
These are the relics of the cross. There's the
Did you say this is the third one now? The church, yeah, the church from rebuilt.
finger of Thomas. The relics of the cross.
See his hands fold over here in the wounds, his face, and that's the crucifix based on the image that is portrayed in the Shroud of Turin. So if we take it to be authentic, then that is what the crucifixion will look like.
Where's the original shroud?
Turin, Italy. Northern Italy. Let me see this.
These are the stairs that came from Jerusalem, from the castle. And Jesus would have had to walk up these steps at some point with Pontius Pilate. And you can only go up them on your knees now, which is what these people are doing.
In the church was St. Nicholas. You know, St. Nicholas is a very popular saint even today. And what's the emblem? Can you think of what's the emblem of St. Nicholas? Gold coins.
Oh, really?
Because think of the story. The reason why Nicholas is the patron saint of children is because there was a family, even modern day Turkey, who had children, girls, that they didn't have enough money for their dowry, so they were going to sell them off for prostitution. So the story goes that Nicholas, as a bishop, knew of this and heard of this, and so he threw gold coins secretly into the window. And so the coat of arms, you see the 5 gold balls.
Yeah.
They represent the gold coins of St. Nicholas. That's because the Medici wanted to say that they were related to connect themselves to something very spiritual, something very wealthy. They have no connection whatsoever. So the Medici's coat of arms are the coins of St. Nicholas.
That's funny.
Nice.
Okay, now again, stay by me as we walk closer down to the chair. You'll do it from that chair. So very, very significant seat of authority for the entire Catholic Church. Up above in the apse, we see a very old and historic mosaic. So we see the Holy Spirit, God the Father, up on the very top, and then the Holy Spirit in the form of the dove, and then going on to the crucifix in the center, and you see the water. It's like water is flowing from the cross. All life comes from the cross, and so there's a whole bunch of living organisms that are flowing, that are receiving from the water from the cross. On the left-hand side is Mary, and then St. Peter alongside of her, and then St. Paul. So the 2 main apostles are on the far left, the Virgin Mary. On the right-hand side of the cross is John the Baptist, and then next to him is John the Evangelist, the big character. Remember, it's named after John the Evangelist and John the Baptist. On the far right is St. Andrew, He is the brother of the Apostle Paul. Now we also have smaller characters, smaller figures. See in between the Virgin Mary on the left-hand side and St. Peter, you see the small guy? That's St. Francis of Assisi. And then opposite of him is St. Andrew. Not Andrew, St. Anthony on the right-hand side. Two very popular.
This is the Forum. Hey, Susan, turn around. Come on. Ah, got it. Carving of Moses. Pope buried in here somewhere. It's really quick with the lights on now. Yeah, that looks way better with the lights on. I did.
Why didn't they take the head of the big one?
I'm not clear on what you mean. You mean when they came here they did that kind of thing? The English came and sat
England.
here?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
Centuries ago.
I mean, not drop the camera down here.
No. It wouldn't be as easily found as your credit card, I don't think.
Well, someone dropped something down there. It's just amazing.
Alright, so this is Jesu or Jesu, I'm not sure how to say it. It's the headquarters of the Jesuits. But what I really want to video is the ceiling. So I'm going to slowly turn this up and zoom in on it. Because you can't really see it very well from here. And then over to my right is the right arm. They have it in a sealed casing. It's the right arm of Francis Xavier. I guess he baptized like 40,000 people in India or something somewhere, and so they saved his arm. So anyway, I'm gonna zoom out here. But this is way up there, so I'm zooming in quite a bit. So this is an altar, and then they have his arm. Usually it's up above in that oval thing, but I'm going to zoom in on it here. This is his right arm, and they have it in this plastic casing or whatever it is. Okay, so we're still at the Jesuit place, and I'm going to zoom in on this. What? Yeah. Who is it a picture of? Can you tell?
It's just cool. The way
Yeah.
they did it.
It just looks like some angels or something.
This is Moses over here with the Ten Commandments. If you go this way.
Yeah, and that kind
And
of looks like
across to this
Moses
side.
over there. Here, and I'll turn it off, and then we're... Yeah, so just to the left of where I was, this is obviously Moses.
But what's cool is like the Ten Commandments are like sticking out.
Yeah, they're not on the
And so is
wall, so it's
Moses'
more than
head.
a
Like
painting.
plaster.
That is pretty cool.
There's the papal coat of arms at the bottom of that one too, with the 5 stars.
Oh yeah.
So that.
I never pulled that one.